Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Set. 180. Check. 53.
On first down, it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there on the first play of the game. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, here's Newton. On the crossing route, complete. That's Holt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. 52 is Mike.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton, and he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby. Slip from down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mel Blount with a sack on the corner blitz. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return comes. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
This is taken near the 13. And he's got some space here. And he nearly takes it the whole way. But he stopped at the 4-yard line.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
How about this for starting field position on your first drive? 1st and goal.
Great.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Watch out. Gun.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Check. Great. Check. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Newton flushed out right. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Holt, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Julius Peppers. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw, Newton. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Gun. Here we go. 20. Let's see.
Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that is incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They will go for it. Now Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Down to lose one. Hey!
the gun. Newton escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away for the... He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 32 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charles Tillman. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. On first down, Newton. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 38-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9.
20. Check 4.
Now Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd down.
Ready. 59. Watch the run.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Gun.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
He wasn't ready.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Crunch time, defense. Alert 3. 8. Kill. 8.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Raiders nothing.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Gun. Deep, man up, deep.
Operating from the gun. Newton forced out to his left. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They snap it to Newton. Open man is Anderson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
It's our time. It's our time.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Great.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 10 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-0.
Makes the score Panthers 21. Raiders nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Flushed out. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Night Train Lane.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
I'm going to come back.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Newton now to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Mike's 54. Mike. Check. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than it.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
It's a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl. The Pats and Panthers are underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Touchdown.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Cunningham, eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now a first down throw for Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Newton on first down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Newton. That one complete to Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air again, Newton. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 7-yard line.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. All day, pump.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Panthers 0. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's Newton, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Patrick.
To throw on second down, Cunningham. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 20. Mike 50. 20. Yeah. Express.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. 2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Express. Hustle. Mike 50. You must be getting tired. 8. Kill.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Calvin Johnson, 52 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
20. Check. 8.
To throw again. Newton. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
On first down, it's Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Cunningham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Cunningham looking to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Here's more on the return. Touchdown, Carolina! Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup. Now Cunningham has the ball knocked out. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Cunningham, flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Ready? Security. Gun. 50's the mark. 50
at the 28-yard line.
Hey. Red Green. 50's the mark.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and short.
Wide, get wide. Hey, 20.
Out of the gun, Newton. His throw caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Newton to throw, out to his left, and he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.